Taking care of yourself, setting boundaries, and developing healthy habits can be life-changing. So, what could possibly be missing in the trending realm of self-care? So lately I've been thinking about certain aspects that are overlooked in the self-care trend and that I wanted to share with you guys. Here in Germany, and I imagine in many other places too, we live in a society where individual accomplishments and emphasis on work is sometimes more valued than how a person serves a community or improves and touches the lives of others. Well, let's have a little chit-chat while I make some cookies, keeping it sweet and deep. You come across so many people in your life, your neighbor, colleague, or distant family, and you don't actually know what is going on with them, sometimes not even with those closest to us. Thinking about it can be overwhelming, but solely focusing on improving yourself and maintaining your self-care routine kind of leaves out what role other people play around you. The self-care trend enables a focus on your passions and desires, but what about something we all share? Don't we all have the simple desire to feel seen, to feel heard and understood? Oftentimes, we just feel so consumed from our own struggles that we fail to show up and acknowledge those of others. I'm absolutely guilty of that. 2022 was such a humbling experience for me and my family. Various diseases, appointments at the doctor, at hospitals, all intense reminders that I'm not as invincible as I think I am. Canceling meetings with friends, family, travel and trips, feeling lonely and at times isolated in the everyday struggles. Nothing a manicure or a bubble bath could have fixed, at least for me. Instead of a physical quick fix activity, having conversations with friends had a much greater impact and made me feel understood and not alone in my struggles. Sharing how I deal with and overcome certain situations was much more helpful and reassuring to me than any evening skincare routine could have been. Don't get me wrong, physical self-care and caring for others are not mutually exclusive, nor does it mean that personal growth and loving yourself has no room here. It just means that we might want to take a closer look at what role family, friends, and community play, or more specifically, how caring for others is a form of self-care in itself. So what am I heading at here? It means you can contribute to the self-care of others too. What are things you experience with others that make you feel heard and understood? And what are things you do to make someone feel seen or to feel heard? Feel free to share it in the comments section. So for me, it meant reaching out to friends and family that didn't necessarily get the attention, time, and love they deserve, and that I would have wished to have given them, especially in the past year. This year, I do want to be more intentional on the signals I send out to others. So you guessed it, these cookies are not for me, they are for close friends I've been thinking about lately. One of them lives in London and is expecting her second child. She is such a wise and generous person, and I've often reached out to her for some advice. By the time this video comes out, they will probably already be a family of 4. I mean, there's so many ways to show someone you care and that you're thinking about them. It doesn't have to be a big gesture. Small things like a personal call, a funny picture of a moment shared together, or a virtual coffee date can go a long way in showing up, not necessarily showing off. A weekend chilling with my best friend does wonders for me. This little gift isn't meant to replace a get-together that is long overdue. It's just a small reminder that I'm thinking about her in this next chapter. A few weeks ago, we visited close friends nearby who actually faced similar struggles as we did in the past year, and I didn't even know. By spending time with them, sharing these experiences, and speaking openly about challenges regarding work, family, and relationships, it just made me realize how common and normal these feelings were that I had, and that it's not just me experiencing them. It was also just so much fun to joke about the past. So when Jay just recently turned 2 and was gifted a similar fire truck from these exact friends, not only did Jay love it, but it also reminded me of the time we spent together that weekend. Sending that package made me feel seen and understood. So this box is sort of a late Christmas gift for them. So the next time you might feel a little too consumed in your own little bubble, you might want to think about the people that made you feel special. Pick up the phone, send a text, or just send some sort of small sign that you're thinking about them. To follow up on this topic, I can highly recommend listening into other perspectives that I've linked in the description box. Feel free to continue the discussion and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Bye!